Very good afternoon to one and all. Today I am going to explain the numerical based on Friel's free space propagation model. So free space propagation model basic on the model which is based on free space propagation model is used to predict the receive signal strength when the transmitter and receiver have a clear unobstructed line of sight path between them. This can be used in your satellite communication also. There is a no obstacle present between satellite and transmitter and receiver. So basically this model equation is given by the Friel's free space equation, that is to measure the received signal strength in terms of the power. So the first equation which is given by receive power, the transmitter and receiver are separated by distance d. So d is a separation between your d. So we can write the receive power in terms of the p of t into g of t into g of r into lambda square divided by 4 pi r square d square into L, where this is an ideal equation for the Friel's propagation model which is given by Friel's free space equation. This is the transmitter and receiver are separated by distance d and there is no obstacle. So transmission is line of sight, means there is a direct transmission between transmitter and receiver. And P of t is a transmitted power, PR of d is a received power which is a function of separation between transmitter and receiver by distance d. G of t transmitter antenna gain, G of r is your receiver antenna gain, d is a separation distance between transmitter and receiver which is in meter, L is the system loss factor which is L is greater than or equal to 1, and lambda is the wavelength. Then the gain of an antenna can be given in terms of the effective aperture. So G is equal to 4 pi AE divided by lambda square. So G is the gain of antenna, AE is the effective aperture of an antenna which is related to the physical size of the antenna, and we also give the wavelength in terms of the frequency and velocity of light. So lambda is equal to, lambda is nothing but the wavelength. Already we defined lambda is a wavelength in meters. So lambda which is given in terms of the wavelength. So C is equal to divided by F, where F is your carrier frequency which is in hertz, which is can be also write down in terms of the carrier frequency in radian per second in terms of the, so we can write 2 pi into C omega c, where omega c we can say that is angular frequency which is a radian per second square. So c is nothing but the velocity of light. So c is the speed of light which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, and we also can define the effective isotropic radiated power. So what is meant by effective isotropic radiated power? This power is compared with the isotropic radiator antenna. So we can say that it is a effective isotropic radiated power of a transmitter. So we can measure in terms of the transmitted power to the gain of a transmitting antenna. So this is an equation which is give the effective isotropic radiated power. Then we also go to the path loss. Path loss is nothing but a signal attenuation, which is a positive quantity which is measured in dB, or we can define as a difference between transmitted power to the received power. So this is the effective difference between transmitted power to the received power. So path loss, which is to be measured in dB, so 10 log divided by transmitted power divided by received power. So we can also write in terms of the gain, wavelength and distance. So minus 10 log bracket square bracket gain of a transmitted antenna, gain of the receive antenna, lambda wavelength square divided by 4 pi square into d square, where d is the distance between, separation distance between transmitter and receiver. These are the formula to calculate the path loss in dB. When an antenna gain is unity, means GR and GT at the time they are unity, so we can write down the path loss in dB. So 10 log transmitted power divided by the received power. So we can also write in terms of the wavelength and distance. So minus 10 log bracket wavelength square divided by 4 pi square into d square, which is given in terms of the wavelength and the your this separation distance between transmitter and receiver. So this equation is for where the your transmitter and receiver distance between transmitter and receiver distance is very small, but when the transmitter and receiver distance is far away, far field, the transmission antenna are very large, that time this distance can be calculated by the given by a new equation that is called as the far field distance or Fraunhofer region. So Fraunhofer region, where the distance between transmitter and receiver are very large, so Fraunhofer distance is given by the df. So these equations is come out to far field when the distance between transmitter and receiver distance is far field. So transmitting antenna are very large, that time we use this Fraunhofer region, that is region is called as Fraunhofer region, and distance between transmitting and receiving antenna we say that is Fraunhofer distance. So Fraunhofer distance, which is to be calculated, df is equal to, which is indicate the Fraunhofer distance which is far field away from the transmitting and receiving antenna, distance is more, so 2d square divided by lambda. So d is nothing but the physical linear dimension of an antenna, which is to be in meter, and lambda is a wavelength. So Fraunhofer distance can be calculated by using this formula, equation number 7. And there are some assumptions. The df is very greater than or equal to d, or df is equal to wavelength. So this is an assumption which is to be some numericals when we solve, that time will be used. Now we also define the transmitted power in terms of the distance. So when the distance, it is clear that if the distance is very close to the receiver, so that time we define is a reference distance. So we can define the receive power in terms of the reference distance. So PR is equal to d0 divided by d0 into d square. So d0 is nothing but the reference distance from the practical system or from the receiver. So we can calculate the receive power in terms of the in dBm. So 10 log to the base square bracket PR divided by d0 upon 0.001 watt. So this is a power, receive power in terms of the reference value which is to be calculated, and 20 log divided by d0 divided by d, where d0 is a reference distance from the practical system, which is to be receive power is very transmitting and receiving antenna is very close. So this is when we given, and this d0 is lies between d and between the Fraunhofer distance. So pre0 is a unit in watt. So we can solve one example which is basically will be asked in exam point of view. in Mumbai University question paper for the 5 marks. So what will be the given? So first we see the what are the things will be given. Find the Fraunhofer distance. So we can find out the df. For an antenna with maximum dimension is 1 meter. So capital D will be given. The operating frequency f is equal to 900 megahertz. If antenna have unity gain, calculate the path loss. So here we given, so we can write down the solution. So solution for that terms. So given operating frequency of an antenna, transmitting antenna is 900 megahertz. So we can calculate the wavelength. So we know that we know the frequency, we know the speed of light 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So by using formula C divided by F, we can calculate the wavelength of an antenna. So C is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and frequency is 900 megahertz. So we can calculate it is to become out 0.33 meters. So wavelength is equal to 0.33 meters. Then we calculate Fraunhofer distance. So Fraunhofer distance by using the equation Fraunhofer distance is nothing but df. So we can use the formula to calculate 2d square divided by lambda. So we know that d is given 1 meter in equation, maximum dimension of antenna, so that is d, so that is 1 meter. So we can write down 2 into 1 square divided by 0.33. So which is to be come out is 6 meter. 6 meter. So df is equal to Fraunhofer distance is equal to 6 meter. This is the first one. Then we also calculate the path loss. So path loss, which is in dB, path loss which is in dB, which is to be calculated. So formula to calculate in terms of the wavelength. So path loss in dB minus 10 log to the base bracket wavelength square divided by 4 pi d square. So we know that the wavelength which is to be calculated. So here minus 10 log. So here minus 10 log. Wavelength which is to be calculated 0.33 meter square. Then we calculate the 4 pi square distance which is to be calculated, that is Fraunhofer distance will be considered here, basically df. So df is equal to 6 meter. So if we calculate the whole equations, so minus 10 log 0.33 divided by 4 into put the value 3.14 pi value bracket square into 36. So if we calculate on calc, we can get this value which is to be come out. So minus 10 log, so which is to be square, (0.33) square divided by 0.4 into 3.14, put the value bracket square into again 36 whole bracket, so which is to be come out 47 dB. So path loss 47 dB. So path loss which is to be calculated is to be come out 47 dB. Because why will we use this formula? Minus 10 log bracket lambda square divided by 4 pi square df square, because here the antenna, the unity gain will be given in equation. So if you observe, the antenna gain have unity gain, so gr and gt is equal to 1. So you can use this formula. Now similarly we can calculate the numerical base on second terms. So we also see to more concept the clear. Second, if the transmitter produces a 50 watt power, express the transmitted power. So given power defined in two terms, the power in dBm or power in decibel watt. If 50 watt is applied to unity gain of antenna with 900 MHz, the carrier frequency, find the receive power in dBm at watt, decibel, milliwatt at free space distance is of 100 meter from the antenna. What is the receive power for 10 km, assuming the unity gain for receiver antenna. So here we first write down the what are the things to be given. So solution, we can write down the solution. In solution we write down first what are the things. Transmitted power, so transmitted power nothing other PT, which is 50 watt. Then carrier frequency, which is generated by Fc is equal to 900 MHz. So by using this equation we can calculate the power, transmitted power in dBm or decibel watt or decibel milliwatt. So by using these equations, so we can write down. So transmitted power first, transmitted power in dBm. So PR is equal to dBm 10 log transmitted power in milliwatt divided by 1 milliwatt. So here the transmitted received power, which is to be standardized, which is to be considered 1 milliwatt. So this is a assumption will be already taken. So PR is equal to 1 milliwatt, which is to be remember. So we can put the values 10 log into 10⁻3. So we can calculate the power in transmitted power in dBm. So 10 log into 10 10 log 50 into 10 raised to power 3. So which is to become out 47 dB. So this is the power, transmitted power in dBm. So now we also calculate second. According to second, the transmitted power in decibel watt. So we can use a transmitted received power in decibel watt 10 log transmitted power in watt divided by 1 watt. So this is a standardized received power, which is a reference value. So we can put the values. So 10 log, which is to become out, is equal to 50 divided by 1. So which is to become out 10 log 50. So if we calculate 10 log 50, which is to become out 17 dB. Okay, 16.98. So which is equal to, so this is the power in dW decibel in watt. So this is the power in decibel in milliwatt. So this is the first question which is to be covered. Now we also the power which is to be calculated. So receive power to be calculated by using Frill's first equation. So that is received power can be determined by using first equation, that is receive power. So PR is equal to GT GR PT lambda square divided by 4 pi square into d square into L. So from the given values, so assume to be the gain of an antenna or receiving antenna and transmitting end is 1. So 1 is, and transmitted power which is to be given, that is 50 watt, and again the wavelength square which is to be given, that is to be given 1/3. From the given frequency we can already calculate it. Then 4 into 3.14 pi square, T is 100 meters. So 100, and L is equal to 1, which is to be assumed. So lambda is 1/3, which is to be calculated, and L to be considered as a 1. So we can calculate the received power in dBm, so which is to be come out. So this is the normal power which is to be come out. So PR is equal to, if we calculate, which is to be come out is 3.5 into 10⁻³ milliwatt. Okay, and PR to be calculated in decibel milliwatt, which is to be come out. So we can put this value 10 log into PR. So 10 log 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 milliwatt. So which is to be power, received power to be converted into decibel milliwatt. So which is to be come out minus 24.5 decibel milliwatt. So this is the power, received power in decibel milliwatt for 100 meter distance, which is separated by transmitter receiver. So we also calculate the received power for PR is equal to 10 kilometers. So can be expressed in terms of the dBm by using equation 9. So where D0 is equal to 100 meters and capital D is equal to 10 kilometers. So we can write down the received power at a 10 kilometer, which are far away distance. So PR is equal to 100 meter into log 20. D0 is nothing but the 100 meter divided by 10,000. 10 kilometers is nothing but 10,000 meters. So which is to be come out 24.5 decibel milliwatt or 40 dB. So which is to be calculated 64 minus 5 decibel milliwatt. So this is an answer for the 10 kilometer distance transmitted power. So in this lecture we have find the numerical basis on the freeze equations for the propagation